Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Bible Show on evolutionpop.com. I'm your host, Jeff Hudson. I'm here with the lovely Mrs.
Ramonda Davis Hudson.
That's
Woohoo!
right. I hope you enjoy the show today. Last week, we mentioned that we were going to do a show called The Days of the Week. And here it is, The Days of the Week / Idolatry.
Yeah, Sherelle made a song Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yes, she did. And we're going to talk about these days.
Okay. Now, I printed like a bunch of stuff out. We're not going to have time to go through all of this, but I want to hit on some key points. Then we're going to go over what all these days of the week mean, where they basically came from. These are the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday days. I didn't go into any other countries, but I do have like a printout of what some of these are called in other countries. I got like the Spanish version. I got Latin. I've got Italian. There's some correspondence to the Germanic, and it basically came from the Romans, though. But before we get started with the actual days of the week, let's read some scripture. And we're going to start this out in the book of Exodus. Exodus chapter 20. And we're going to start at verse 1. Exodus chapter 20. Verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I am the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me. Now, this is basically talking about idolatry. And these days of the week, the names of these days of the week and the months of the year are basically from the names that the different nations gave to their gods. Like Monday is the name of a god. Tuesday is the name of a god. Sunday is the worship of the sun. It's called the day of the sun. And that's where they came from. Now, if you go through the Bible, all of the books, all of the names of the days are just the first day, the second day, and the third day.
Just numbered.
The only day that is given some kind of title is the seventh day, and that's called the Sabbath day. That's the only one. All the other days are just numbers of the days. And there are some languages that do that. I know in Portuguese, they've got like Sunday is domingo, and Saturday is sábado, still means Sabbath. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are like Monday is the second day. So I think it's a segunda, terza. They kept the numbers in the English language, and here in the United States, we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Okay. Let's go to another scripture first before we actually get to the days of the week. Let's go to the book of Acts, Acts chapter 17, and we'll start at verse 15. Acts 17. Verse 15. And it says, and they that conducted Paul brought him unto Athens, and receiving the commandment unto Silas and Timotheus for to come to him with all speed, they departed. Now this is Paul, like he's like out preaching to different cities, and they're kicking him out of these cities. They chase him away, and he winds up going to Athens, and he's waiting for Silas and Timothy to meet him in Athens. So while he's waiting there, this is verse 16. Now while Paul waited for them in Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. Now in ancient Greece, and probably still today, they've got all these different gods that they named all these things over different gods. A lot of nations do that. Egypt had the same way. Let's get down to verse 22. Verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. Now Paul is calling them out on all of these gods that they have, and that they're talking about, not the true God of the Bible. We got one more here before we actually get into the scripture, and then we'll get into the days of the week. And then I've got some more after that, but let's go to the book of Job, because it's going to start us off with our first day of the week, Sunday. The book of Job, chapter 31. If you haven't read the book of Job, read it. That's a pretty deep book.
Yeah,
Job,
it's very deep.
Job went through some stuff, man.
Yes, he did.
You don't want to be Job. But then you might want to be Job. You just don't want to go through what he went through. But he did get to talk to God. Job chapter 31, verse 26. If I beheld the sun, that's S-U-N, sun, when it shined, or the moon, walking in brightness, and my heart hath been secretly enticed, or my mouth hath kissed my hand. 28. This also were in iniquity to be punished. So if you like look up at the sun and the moon and you're like giving deity to these balls in the sky, then this also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge. Who's the judge? God is the judge. For I should have denied the God that is above. So when you worship these stars and these heavens, you're not giving the right, you're giving deity to the creation. God made these things and not the true God. And it's an iniquity. That's what Job says here. And it's going to be punished by the judge. God is the judge. Because you're denying him the glory. You're giving it to the sun. You're giving it to the moon. You're giving it to all these planets. Think about astrology. All these astronomical signs,
Right.
Aquarius and Leo and Gemini.
Taurus.
That's based on like the star patterns in the heavens. You know? And if you say that, oh, I'm a so-and-so. So yeah, if you say that since I'm the so-and-so, I'm a Leo, then the signs of the Leo are this. You're supposed to be this
Under
kind of
the
person.
month of August.
Right, you're this kind of person. You're saying that the way that the heavens are, the way that the heavens were when you were born has dominion over what kind of person you're going to be in your lifestyle and your decisions. That's not true at all. Those don't guide you. That's just made up stuff. Let's get into the days of the week. And then we'll come back and read some more scriptures. Now, I just did a Google search for these. It's like anybody can do a Google search, you know, or not just even Google. I use DuckDuckGo. I like DuckDuckGo.
That sounds like Duck Duck Goose.
DuckDuckGo.com. I like that browser site because one thing is I think it doesn't track you. I think Google tries to track you with everything. I still got Yahoo too. I like Yahoo.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So the first day of the week, I went to a site called livescience.com, and I got the name Live Science. I was just doing the search, right, for like name of the days of the week, and Live Science came up. I'm like, ooh, science. Let's look and see what science has to say. Now, I don't know how much of a scientific this site is. I've never been to this site before, but it did have information about the days of the week. It's named Live Science, which you really can't go by. But let's see what they have to say. This is livescience.com, and I'm doing a search for the name of the days of the week. All right. And it says, the Romans named the days of the week after their gods. What did I just say? Yeah, the Romans did a lot of stuff, man. The Romans named the days of the week after their gods and corresponded to the 5 known planets plus the sun and the moon. So the Romans, they got the sun and the moon plus 5 other planets that they knew about, which the Romans also considered planets. They considered the sun and the moon planets too. To this day, all Romance languages, mostly familiar Spanish, French, and Italian, still bear the mark of Roman day names, the exception being Sunday, which now translates to the Lord's Day. Sunday is not the Lord's Day. You can't find Sunday being a Lord's Day in the Bible anywhere. And Saturday, which translates to Sabbath. Now, that's true. Saturday is a Sabbath day. And they knew it. They knew it back here when the Romans came up with the names of the days. So what's this? I don't know what day is the Sabbath day. Why did Sunday become the Sabbath day? We already went over that. Look at lesson 1. That's Sabbath day.
Yeah.
First day of the week, Sunday. Now, Sunday, planet that Sunday is related to, the sun. Latin name, Dies Solis. Spanish name, Domingo. Monday, planet name, moon. Latin, Dies Luna. Spanish, Lunes.
No, look at moon and mun. M-O-N. M-O-O-N.
Moon.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Monday, moon day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tuesday, Mars, planet Mars. The Latin is Dies Martis. Spanish is Martes, M-A-R-T-E-S.
Marty. Gras. I saw that.
Mardi.
M-A-R-D-I. Mardi Gras. Look at that.
Oh, hey, I didn't think about that.
Uh-huh.
You
Right
ever
in
watch-
the first words of it.
I'm thinking of Morty,
No.
not Marty. You ever watch Rick and Morty?
Oh, my
We were
goodness.
talking about that earlier, Rick and Morty. But now this is Martes.
Martini.
Martes. Wednesday, the planet is Mercury. The Latin is Dies Mercurii, Mercurii. Spanish name is Miércoles. Thursday, the planet is Jupiter. Latin is Dies Jovis. Spanish is Jueves. Okay, Jueves. You're right. Jueves. Jueves. My bad. Friday, Venus.
Oh, man.
Planet Venus. Latin, Dies Veneris. And the Spanish is Viernes. Hold on a second.
Viernes.
Viernes.
Yeah. I'm saying that right.
And Saturday, Saturn. Saturn. Latin is Dies Saturni. And the Spanish is Sabado.
Sabado.
Sabado does not mean Saturn. Sabado is the Sabbath day. That means Sabbath. So that tells you right
So
here
they
that
named Saturday after the planet Saturn.
right. They named Saturday after the planet Saturn.
Oh yeah, and Venus. Friday after the planet Venus.
Yeah.
Thursday after the planet Jupiter.
Yeah.
Wednesday after the planet Mercury.
Mhm.
Tuesday after the planet Mars, and Monday after the moon.
Yeah.
Sunday after the sun
Yeah.
itself. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now
Amazing.
we're gonna read a little bit further of like some Germanic adaptations of these. Germanic adaptation. This is still livescience.com, L-I-V-E science.com. Germanic adaptations. The English words for each day bear remnants of Roman tradition, but they have been filtered through centuries of Germanic and Norse mythos. The Germanic people adopted the Roman system of identifying Roman gods with their own deities. What's a deity?
A God.
Yeah.
An idol.
Let's start over again. Sunday. You notice how this always start with Sunday. First day of the week, Sunday. Sunday comes from the Old English Sunandag. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sunnandaeg. Looks like the A and the E are kind of like smushed together. Sunandag, which is derived from a Germanic interpretation of the Latin Dies Solis, Sun's Day, S-U-N, Sun's Day. Germanic and Norse mythology personified the sun as a goddess named Suna or Sol. They've heard of Sol.
Soul.
Sol.
Soul.
Soul, brother. Now, S-O-L. Sol.
Soul.
There's
It
a beer
has
called Soul.
It has a little, what is that on top? Like a little.
Like an accent.
Yes.
Like an accent on
So
Soul. That's the first time I've heard of. I thought the sun was always named after a man. I think is it the Romans have the god Apollo? Isn't he like the god of the sun?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I think that's not in here, but I just remember that from mythology from grammar school or something.
Yeah.
Monday likewise come from Old English Manandag, named after Mani or Manai, the Norse personification of the moon and Saul's brother. So Sol or Saul is the brother of
Sunday.
Of moon, of Manandag.
Soul's brother. So it said up before the goddess named Suna or Soul. So
Yeah.
the moon and the sun. Oh my goodness.
Now usually those are
It is
reversed. It's
Sunday.
like usually it's the sun that's the male and the moon is the female.
Yeah.
I've never that, but now they got the Germans got it upside down, well backwards or reversed. Well, the moon is the male, the brother,
Mhm.
and the sun, Sunday, is
supposed to be the female.
the goddess.
Ah, okay.
Tuesday. Tuesday comes from Old English Tuesdag. Tuesdag. I guess dog means day. After Tiw, T-I-W, or Tyr, T-Y-R, a one-handed Norse god of dueling. I wonder how he lost his hand. Dueling. He is equated with Mars. Tuesday, Mars, the Roman war god. I've heard that with Mars, the god of war. Why is Mars the god of war? I guess they looked up and saw it's like a red planet. See, Mars is like the red planet. It's still called the red planet. It's got a big gash in it.
Is there really a such thing as all of these gods? Because this is amazing how, history books really talking about this stuff.
That's no sense. There's only one God. There's only one true and living God. These are just man-made stuff.
Okay.
And this tradition is passed on and on and on. Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Roman God of War. Okay, yeah. The Mars is like it's got the red planet. It's got the gash in there. Well, I forgot what that's called. The big gash and the big scar on the Mars face. And they got that face on it too. Doesn't Mars have that big face that people think it's a face?
I thought that was the moon with a face.
No, well, the moon's, okay. The moon's supposed to be with the made of cheese. It's got the moon face. But no,
Right.
no, Mars has like a face on it.
Oh,
You ever seen that?
No.
What was that movie?
I haven't.
There's a movie, Mission to Mars. It had, I can't remember anybody's name in the movie.
We'll look it up.
Yeah, but Don Cheadle was in it. Don Cheadle got stuck on Mars. And then his buddies came back to get him. But
I don't know.
But only 3 of them made it. Then the one guy that got back to Mars, they wanted to find out what they saw the big face thing there. You don't remember that movie? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I want to look it up. Let me write this down for next week. What is the name of the
commercial break?
What's the name of the movie? Okay, yeah, if we got some time on a commercial break. What's the name of the movie? Don Cheadle, when they go to Mars. I think it's Mission to Mars. All right, Wednesday. We get through these and then we'll take a break. Wednesday is Woden's Day. Woden or Odin. You ever heard of Odin, right?
Odin is from Asgard.
Y'all been watching the Avengers?
Right, Avengers, Asgard. Odin is the father.
That's right. Odin is Thor's father, right?
Right. It's funny that you said that because right after Wednesday is Thursday, and I
It's
don't want to
Thursday.
spoil that. So
Everybody
let's get
knows
to
it's
Wednesday
Thursday.
first.
Everybody already knows it's Thursday, right?
Look at this. That is amazing. Get out of here.
Woden or Odin was the ruler of the Norse gods, realm and associated with wisdom, magic, victory, and death. The Romans connected Woden to Mercury because they were both guides of souls after death. Yeah. Wednesday comes from Old English Woden's-dag.
And now,
And your hammer guy, Thor. Thursday, Thor. Thor's Day gets his English name after the hammer-wielding Norse god of thunder, strength, and protection. The Roman god Jupiter, as well as being the king of gods, was the god of the sky and thunder. Thursday comes from Old English, I don't get remember Punersdag. P, I think that's a P. UNRESDAE smushed together G. Yeah.
Thor's Day. And I like Thor.
You think about it, it's obvious. When you look at it, it's like, okay, it's Sunday's day of the sun, Monday, day of the moon. It sounds like it.
But
Tuesday.
But you know what? Before I became in the knowledge of, in the knowledge where we're at, and then we started going over this stuff. Before this, I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
No one really thinks about it.
Yeah.
I don't think about it. I didn't think about it. I think about it now.
Yeah.
But before I never thought about this. I'm like, they told us the days, your kindergarten? Before kindergarten. You know, learn what? Okay. First day of the week, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like songs or something, right? I don't know. Is there a song? Is there a song for the days of the week?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's a different song.
Well, it's a song.
It's not a kid's song.
It can be. It's clean,
Right.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's clean. Well, it might not have any bad words in it. That don't mean it's
but I don't know what the
clean.
meaning is behind it.
All right.
Okay, moving on to
Friday. Friday is named after the wife of Odin.
Oh my
I did not
goodness,
know that.
really? Was that her name in Ragnarok?
I don't know what her name was in Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok. There you go.
I don't know what her
I'm
name
gonna
was.
have to pay. I gotta watch that movie again to see.
I don't know what her name was.
Because her name's supposed to be Friday.
Really?
Here says it here.
Okay. I'm talking about the Avengers.
I am. In Avengers, her name should have been Friday. So I'll have to go back and watch the movie because according to this, Friday is named after the wife
of Odin.
So yeah, I got to go pay that some more attention.
Some scholars say her name was Frigg, Frigg. Others say it was Freya. Other scholars say Frigg and Freya were two separate goddesses. So what's up with Odin? Whatever her name, she was often associated with Venus, the Roman goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. Friday comes from Old English frigidag. All right, last one here, Saturday. As for Saturday, Germanic and Norse traditions didn't assign any of their gods to this day of the week.
I wonder why.
They know it's the Sabbath day. I don't know. They retained the Roman name instead. The English word Saturday, actually Saturday comes from Saturday. Saturday comes from the Anglo-Saxon word Saturnisdag, which translates to Saturn's day. Saturday, Saturn's day.
But
right.
you know what? Yeah, it would still change because, like you said, Saturday was supposed to be just the seventh day.
Yeah, this is the seventh day and the Sabbath day, according to the Bible,
Yeah,
seventh day and
yeah.
the Sabbath day. We're going to take a break. Before we broke, we're talking about Mars, and that was a movie. I know this is like not really part of the lesson, but don't worry about it. The movie Mission to Mars, that was correct. It was Mission to Mars, where they had the big Mars face. Let me see if I can find it. I had a picture of the Mars face. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but I'll see if I can blow it up. It's called Cydonia, Cydonia.
When he showed it to me, I said,
Big
"Oh
Mars
yeah,
face.
yeah. I remember that. It's scary and eerie. Makes you
You see
really.
that?
It makes you wonder what is that?
Cydonia, Mars face.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah. So do a look. It's like,
That must like a mountain. That thing
yeah,
could be
something
a
that's a
mountain.
mountain. I don't think it's a real. It looks like a face though, but I don't think it's a real face. I don't know. I've never been to Mars.
Right,
so.
exactly. I'm about to say that too.
Maybe somebody went up there and carved it in there. I don't know. That's a big carving if you can see it from the telescope.
Right, it's tall. Yeah.
I think Mars has like the largest volcano in the solar system that they know about. Anyway, we went through the Sunday through Saturday, Romans, Germanic adaptations. Let's go back to some scripture here and talk about how these gods, these days, the names of these days are after gods that man made up. God of war, God of the sun. Let's go back to the Bible real quick. Ezekiel chapter 8. And it's just going to talk about sun worship here. Book of Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 1. And it came to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I sat in mine house, and the elders of Judah sat before me, that the hand of the Lord God fell there upon me. Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire, from the appearance of his loins even downward fire, and from his loins even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the color of amber. And he put forth the form of a hand, and took me by a lock of my head. So Ezekiel had locks. And the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven, and brought me in the visions of God to Jerusalem, to the door of the inner gate that looketh toward the north, where was the seal of the image of jealousy, that's talking about God, which provoketh to jealousy. And behold, the glory of the God of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw in the plain. So Ezekiel got taken up he got to a trance. He's having a vision, and he sees like God, right? Let's get down to verse 15.
Just want to say hi. Shout out to Melvin, Jeff White, and Mr. McBroom, Deontay McBroom.
What's up, peoples? Verse 15. Then said he unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. So this deity, or this angel is what it is that's got Ezekiel, is showing Ezekiel these things that are the abominations that God considers as abominations. You're not supposed to be doing this. Verse 16. And he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east. And they worship the sun, S-U-N, toward the east. So these are like Israelites, after they've got God's laws and commandments, and they get out of Egypt, they got their kingdom, and they're worshiping the sun. Get their backs towards the true temple of God and worshiping the sun. Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit these abominations? It's an abomination to worship the sun, which they commit here. For they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they be the branch to their nose. They put the branch to their nose. So God is not happy with this. You're worshiping something that he created as God. It's the sun. It's the ball in the sky. And as Brother Elijah says, this is the Brother Elijah at Israel, the Church of Jesus. He's like, now, how you going to serve the sun? You can't go up and take a coffee.
You
can't go up to the sun and say, here you go, son. Yeah,
you're going to burn up before you get even too close to it.
You can't even get to the sun, right?
No,
so how do you serve the sun? That means you practice.
You can't even stare at it.
No, you can't even look at it. So the way you worship something is you practice customs and traditions in honor of it. That's how you worship something. The same thing with a tree, the same thing with the moon, the same thing with animals. You personify these things and you make them the deities and God. What did the Israelites do? The first sin once they got to Egypt, after they got saved and walked through the Red Sea, they came back and made 2 calves of gold. So come on. You know, this is the things that made with hand. You can't. Yeah, you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Idolatry.
Let's read one more. Let's go to Jeremiah. This is one of my favorites too. Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10, verse 1. We'll just read 1 through 3. Well, maybe I'll skip down to, because this is one of my favorite ones. Jeremiah 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Now it says, O house of Israel, but it's just talking to everybody. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. What's the heathen? Heathen really means nation. It's not like, well,
heathen, like Fred Sanford was saying.
Today we take it to mean someone that's like anti-godly or something, like maybe an atheist or an agnostic or something, or like Fred Sanford, like an evil person, right? But it's if you go back and read like a concordance, and I got it in here too, heathen really means like nations, like a subgroup or like a people that are not the Israelites, or Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen of these other nations, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. That means it's for nothing. Their customs are for nothing. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. I'll keep reading. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Now, what does this sound like?
Christmas tree.
Yeah, you go out, you cut down a tree, you deck it with silver and gold, you bring it back to your house, you stand it upright. Yep. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born. That means you got to carry them, because they cannot go, they can't walk. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. There's a tree, you just cut it down, and you're going to take it, and you're using this as some kind of deity thing. I know people say, I'm not worshiping the tree. Well, you know what? You put your presents under there. You have your kids go under there and kneel down to get them underneath the tree. Mm-hmm. You kneel down there underneath the tree to get it, right? To get that gift. Where in the Bible does it say to do that? This is saying not to do it.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Let's get down here. Verse 8. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. It means it's brutish, it's stupid and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. It means it's for nothing. So this is people make gods out of anything. And now you don't even really know that what you're doing. You're just taking a custom and a tradition that you followed, as your parents had, that their parents had, and you think, oh, it's just for fun. It's like, what's the problem with it? The problem is that you're relating it to God. And to God, it's idolatry, and it's against what the 10 Commandments are. Thou shalt have no other God before me. That's what it really comes down to.
Right.
Now, I can't change the days of the week. If I tell somebody, I'll see you on the first day, man. They're like, what are you talking about? You got to say Monday, right? I mean, I see you on Sunday, right? Hey, I see you on the fifth day.
Or it might be Monday too.
Nah, the first day is Monday.
I know there's some
Sunday.
calendars that it starts off Monday as the first day.
Yeah, but if you read the dictionary, it'll say Sunday is the first day of the week. Monday is the second day. They're trying to change it.
Right, thank you.
They try to change it. If you make Monday the first day, that makes Sunday what? The seventh day.
No, I've seen some calendars that have started out with Monday as the first day.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
A lot of work calendars might start off like that. And they say the weekend, Friday, Saturday, you come back and start everything over on Monday. You start your work on Monday. But Monday is not the first day of the week.
No,
Sunday
definitely
is.
not.
So don't let them try to fool you and try to make Monday the first day. It's not. It's just not. All right. We'll read one more. Let's go to Amos, the book of Amos, and we'll read one scripture here. This is talking about like the stars. Amos chapter 5. Where's Amos? Oh, there's Amos chapter 5, verse 8. This is talking about the stars and the constellations. Seek him that maketh the 7 stars of Orion. 7 stars of Orion. You heard of like Orion's belt?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was in here.
That's just the 3 dots hanging off the dipper. I don't know if it's the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper, though.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah. No, yeah. But yeah.
Seek him that maketh the 7 stars of Orion. Who made the 7 stars of Orion? Not the 7 stars you worship, but worship him who made them. And turneth the shadow of death into the morning, and maketh the day dark with night, that calleth for the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. The Lord is his name. So don't worship the astrological signs that you think the stars are trying to tell you. Worship the God that made these stars and these heavens and these planets and these moons. All right, let's go back to some definitions, some names. Let's pick it back up at I'm going to read, we finished with livescience.com. We're going to go on to Crowl. Now, I just clicked on this. Crowl, CROWL.org, crowl.org. Because I did my search for the names of the days of the week, and it was just one of the sites that was on there, one of many. You can look up a bunch of them. Google it yourself, DuckDuckGo it yourself, Yahoo it yourself, Bing it yourself. What's the other one?
MSN it?
I don't know. Do they still have MSN?
I think so.
MSN it. I think, is that Bing? I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't been on it in a while.
Go on the internet and look it up. Pull up, go down to your basement, find that encyclopedia. Look it up. Yeah. It's in there. I bet you it's in there. Crowl.org. The 7-day week. The naming of the days. Sunday, Sun's day. This is the definition of Sunday. SUN apostrophe S day. Monday. Can anybody take a guess what's Monday?
The moon.
Moon's day. Tuesday. This is TIU apostrophe S day. Tuesday. Wednesday.
Woden.
We just went over it again. Woden's day. Thursday.
Thor's day.
Woden's son. Thor's day. Friday.
Freya.
Woden's wife. Freya's day. And Saturday to finish it out.
Saturn.
What's everyone's? A lot of people like Saturn because it's got those rings around it, right?
I guess.
Exactly. Got that yellow goldish kind of color with the rings around. Saturn and Jupiter. I think people are two people. People like Mars too. I don't know.
I just like the sun. Just keep me hot and warm. Not the worst of it, but man, keep me hot and warm.
I go onto like NASA.com and I don't think they got they got pictures of the planets on there. Someone was mentioning something about NASA, how they always have like it's not like a true picture of the Earth revolving around the sun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the Earth doesn't revolve around the sun, but NASA doesn't have like an image of that. It's already some kind of like some graphic thing. It's not like a true picture. Like that. Someone had like someone said that, I don't remember who this is. I might have to look it up. But you know that picture of the moon that's looking back towards Earth?
Yeah.
Someone said that's just a made up picture. It's not really a true picture.
It might be.
I'm like, you know what? I never thought about that. We think when the man came to the moon, man went to the moon, right? And they questioned that too. And they took a picture from the moon and you see like the kind of like part of the Earth there, right? I remember someone talking about that. They're saying that that's not a real picture. Someone made that up, like a painting or something. I'm like, you get out of here. I thought they went to the moon and took the picture. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Like I said last week, let's stick to what the book says. Yeah. Now, all this other stuff, it's not going to get me any salvation. Let's stick to what the book says. Continuing our days of the week. All right, we went through the 7 days that Crowl said their names are and what they mean. Now let's read about them. The 7-day week. The Babylonians marked time with the lunar months. They prescribed some activities during several days of the month, particularly the first visible crescent of the moon. The 7th, the waxing half moon. 14th is the full moon. These are the days of the month that they started their month. So the first day of the month was the first visible crescent, that little crescent of the moon, those, like a little calf.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. The 7th day was the waxing half moon. The 14th day was a full moon. The 19th day dedicated to an offended goddess. I don't know what that means. The 21st day of the month, the waning half moon. So like you got it's like half of the moon comes, you get the full moon, then it starts waning away. The 28th day, the last visible crescent, the last part. And if you look at the paper, you still see that, is it still people still have newspapers? Yeah. Newspaper. But do you remember that, like you look at the moon, it's like they got those pictures of the moons, like we got the crescent. That. Yeah, that's what this is talking about. Yeah. They were doing this back in the Babylonian days.
Wow, that's where we get it from, huh?
Yeah. All right. The 29th day is the invisible moon, and then the 13th, possibly the invisible moon. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry, not 13th, 30th.
What is the 30th. Invisible moon?
That's like a new moon when you can't really see the moon. That's when
it looks like it's fluorescent or something.
I know. I think it's like it's not visible at all. I don't think it's visible. That's like the new moon. When you see that first crescent, that's when it's like I think the month starts.
Okay. I don't know.
That tells like the day before is like the new moon. Look up moon stuff. I like to say, look all this stuff up. Like that's all we do. We read what the book says, and then everything else that's not in the book, where did it come from? You look it up.
Okay. What's next?
All right, here we go. The major periods are 7 days. How come it's always 7? All right. In the beginning, God said 7 days. Quarter month long. This 7-day period was later regularized. And disassociated from the lunar month to become our 7-day week. Now, the naming of the days. Now, the Greeks. The Greeks named the days week after the sun, the moon, and the 5 known planets. They're still like the 5 known planets again, which were in turn named after the gods. Now, here's the Greek gods: Ares, Hermes, Zeus, Aphrodite, and Cronus. Those are the 5 days. You still got sun, Sunday. I guess moon is Monday. Then you got Ares, Hermes, Zeus, Aphrodite, and Cronus. Let's keep on reading here. I'm not sure which one is Cronus. The Greeks called the days of the week the Theon Hemeri, days of the gods. Get out of here with that. The days of the weeks are the days of the gods. They get okay. This is gonna be this god's day. How come? What about the 8th god? How come he didn't get no day?
It was a new beginning.
It's like sorry, 8th god. We can't fit you in, man. We only got a week.
Right.
It's like, no, man. You know what that reminds me of? Like the college football playoffs. It's like that 5th team is like, y'all cheating, man. We better than the 4th team. It's like, no, sorry, dude. Ain't no room for you. All right. Ares, Hermes, Zeus, Aphrodite, and Cronus. The Greeks called the days of the week Theon, Hermione, the days of the gods. The Romans, back to Romans again, substituted their equivalent gods for the Greek gods: Mars, Mercury, Jove, just Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. The two pantheons are very similar. The Germanic peoples generally substituted roughly similar gods for the Roman gods. Tia, Tiu again, T-I-W, in parentheses there, another name, Twia. I guess it's Twia, T-W-I-A, Woden, Thor, Freya, F-R-E-Y-A, also Freya, F-R-I-A, but did not substitute Saturn. Now let's read their days, and then we'll go back and read some scriptures, and that might take us out the show. All right. This is still crowl.org. Sunday. Of course, it means Sun's Day, the S-U-N, not the S-O-N's day, the S-U-N's day. Middle English, Sunday, Sona Day. Old English, Sundag, we read that earlier, Day of the Sun. Germanic, Day of the Sun. Latin, Dies Solis, Day of the Sun. Ancient Greek, Hemera, Heli, or Heliou. How do you pronounce that? Heli. Heliou. Heli, H-E-L-I. And then they got in parentheses O, and then after that U. Helio, which also means day of the sun. So Sunday means day of the sun. So if you go to church on Sunday, you're going to church on the day of the sun, not the day of the S-O-N, Jesus Christ, Son of God, the day of the sun worship. Helio, that's right, day of the sun. Monday, Moon's Day. Modern English, Monday, Mono Day. Old English, Monondag, day of the moon. Latin, dies luna, lunae, day of the moon. Ancient Greek, Hemera Selenus, day of the moon. Monday, day of the moon. Tuesday, Tuesday. Also Middle English, Tuesday. It's still the same pronunciation. Old English, Tuesday. That's a T-I-W and T-I-U day. Latin, Martis, Mars, day of Mars. Tuesday, Mars. Ancient Greek, Hemera Areos, day of Aries. When is astrologically, what is the Aries?
Between March and April.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll get to the months maybe some other time. Twia is the English Germanic god of war. So the Germans had a god of war. The Romans had a god of war. The Greeks have a god of war. It's gods that they make up to represent something that they, I don't know, but man's always seeking some kind of deity to follow, right? So if they can't see the true living God, they didn't have the word, they made up their own. That's really what this is talking about. Mars is the Roman god of war. Aries is the Greek god of war. Wednesday. Wednesday is Woden's Day, of course, which is Odin. Middle English, Woden's Day. Sounds like it, Wednesday. Wednesday. Old English, Woden's Day. Latin, Mercurii, day of Mercury. I don't know, Woden was the day of Mercury. The Mercury is like the smallest planet, right? Or do they still count, what's the ninth planet that they're not a planet anymore? Pluto? Is Pluto still a planet? Did Pluto get his planet status back? I don't remember.
Yes, it did. Because they X'd it out and they had some other kind of planet. I forgot the name of it.
They were calling Pluto an asteroid at one time, weren't they?
But it still wasn't going nowhere. Still sitting there. Oh, it's a planet.
But I would think Woden would have like a bigger planet, like Jupiter or something. Okay. Woden's Day, Latin, Mercury, day of Mercury. Ancient Greek, Hemera Hermu, day of Hermes. Woden is the chief Anglo-Saxon Teutonic god. He's a chief god. Maybe he's the closest to the sun. Why he's not the sun god then? Woden is the leader of the wild hunt. Woden is from Wode, W-O-D, violently insane. Plus E-N, headship. Violently insane headship. He is identified with the Norse Odin. Mercury is the Roman god of commerce, travel, thievery, eloquence, and science. He is the messenger of the other gods. Mercury is the messenger of the other gods. That's what the angels are, is the messengers. They're not gods, they're angels. Hermes is the Greek god of commerce, invention, cunning, and theft. How come there's like a theft god?
Well, look at the theft on earth.
Yeah, but the god of theft.
I know.
He is the messenger.
What kind of God is stealing anyway?
Yeah.
What are you stealing for? Stealing what?
If you're a God, what's he stealing? Stealing all the gods? I don't know.
I don't know.
He is the messenger and herald of the other gods. He serves as patron of travelers and rogues, god of the rogues, and as the conductor of the dead to Hades. So as you die, you go to Hades. Mercury is there. Hermes is there. Say this way. Thursday, Thor's Day again. Where's my other piece of paper here? Thursday, Thor's Day, Middle English Thursday, Old English Thursday, Old Norse Thor's Dagger, Thor's Day, Old English Thunderous Dag or Thunder's Day, Latin Dies Jovis, Day of Jupiter. Thor's got Jupiter. Oh, I guess Woden was like, I'll give you Jupiter, son. Ancient Greek, Hemera Dios, Day of Zeus. So Thor and Zeus are the same. Does Zeus have who's Zeus's father?
I don't know.
Did Zeus have a father? I don't remember either.
Everybody else got one. Why not?
Well, I thought I didn't know, but I knew about Odin being Thor's father, but I don't know about Zeus.
I thought Zeus was entwined with Thor.
Well, that's like
Odin.
Zeus is Greek, and I think Thor is Roman, and maybe it's Germanic. Thor is the Norse god of thunder. He is represented as riding a chariot drawn by goats. I never saw that. And wielding the hammer Milner. Y'all know what it's pronounced. Y'all seen like Ragnarok. I saw it too. Mjolnir. I think that's how Mjolnir. Mjolnir. He is the defender of the Aesir, destined to kill and be killed by the Midgard serpent. Jupiter, Jove, is the supreme Roman god and patron of the Roman state. He is noted for creating thunder and lightning. Zeus is Greek god of the heavens and the supreme Greek god. So Zeus is the supreme Greek god. I guess he's like Thor, but Thor's got Odin over him, right?
Yeah. Yes, he does. Yeah.
I don't know. The Romans like, we're going to give our Greek Friday, Freya's Day. Middle English, Friday. Old English, Frigidaig, Freya's Day, composed of frig or friggy, F-R-I-G-E, genitive singular of freo plus dig, day. So dig does mean day, most likely, else they say most likely. Or composed of frig, F-R-I-G, frig, F-R-I-G-G, plus D-A-E, smushed together G, day, least likely. So most likely is freo dig, least likely is frig die. Germanic, Frigidagas. Sounds like ice cream.
Right, because I was thinking about Häagen-Dazs.
Frigidagis. Frigidagas. D-A-G-A-Z. Frigidagas. F-R-I-J-E hyphen D-A-G-A-Z. Freya's or Frig's Day. Latin, Dies Veneris, Venus's Day. So Frig, Venus. Venus is always associated with the goddesses and feminism, I think. Ancient Greek, Hemera Aphrodites. Aphrodite is female. Day of Aphrodite. Frio is identical with Frio, meaning free. It is from the Germanic frigas, meaning beloved, belonging to the loved ones, not in bondage free. Freya, or Freya, is a Teutonic goddess of love, beauty, and fecundity. Prolific procreation. She is identified with the Norse god Freya. She is leader of the Valkyries. That sounds familiar.
Valkyr.
The Valkyries.
Ragnarok and
what was her name?
Valkor.
That was her name?
I think her name was Valkor.
No, that it was a Valkyrie. But
she was a Valkor.
She was a Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So they basically made that movie
based on this stuff. Yeah. She is the leader of the Valkyries and one of the Vanir. She is confused in German with Frigg. Frigga, is the Teutonic goddess of clouds, the sky, and conjugal. Let's get married. Married love. She is identified with Frigg, the Norse goddess of love and the heavens, and the wife of Odin. She is one of the Aesir. She is confused in German with Freya. So they're getting all their gods messed up here. Everyone's got their own God. So how can everybody have their own God? So you know something's not right with this. Everyone's got their own. There's only one God. And everyone needs to accept that one. But Venus is the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Aphrodite, which is another name for Cytherea, C-Y-T-H-E-R-E-A, is the Greek goddess of love and beauty. And then finally we get down to Saturday, Saturn's Day, Middle English Saturday, Saturday maybe. Old English Saturnus Dag, which is also Saturn's Day. Latin Dies Saturni or Saturni, Day of Saturn. Ancient Greek Hemera Chronu, Day of Cronus. K-H-R-O-N-U, Day of Cronus, C-R-O-N-U-S. Saturn is the Roman and italic god of agriculture and the consort of Ops, O-P-S. I'm not sure what that means, consort of Ops. He is believed to have ruled the earth during an age of happiness and virtue. We don't have that now. There's no happiness, no happiness, virtue. Chronos.
Wait. I want to know. Okay, so it said he is believed to rule the earth during an age of happiness and virtue. What about it was sad and?
Yeah. I guess he's gone now, right?
sad and evil.
Yeah. Chronos, Chronus, and also Chronos, Kronos. I used to work for a company called Chronos. Well, I didn't work for them. A company I worked for got bought by Chronos. Chronos, Kronos, and Chronos, Kronos, is the Greek god of Titan, who ruled the universe until dethroned by his son Zeus. Oh, so Chronos is Zeus's son. That's Zeus's father. I did not know that.
Out of here.
All
We
right.
learn something every day. Wow.
Now that's just what that 2 websites I went to. Live sign. This is like I just went did my DuckDuckGo search and I saw something day of the week. I just clicked on it and got this stuff. That's all I did. That's where all this stuff comes from. There's none of this stuff is in the Bible. You know, it tells you you got to do what the book says, not what this stuff comes from. Now, this is just the days of the week, so you know that this is. We named these. Well, we didn't name them. Right. The names of these days are taken from God. So with stars in the sky and stuff like that.
And little G.
Yeah. This is like people worshiping the planets and making some deity out of these planets because I don't know why. You look up in the sky, what makes you want to make that your God? It's like, oh, what's that? I would think I want to figure out what it is. Does it mean anything? Why do you want to make it a God?
Yeah.
For me, I just don't come to that conclusion. I never really did. Don't get me wrong. I used to think about the astrology stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I still want a telescope. I do.
I like astronomy. That's different. You look at the planets and stuff, like the NASA stuff. I like to get into a spaceship and go and look and really see what it looks like.
I don't do that. No,
I would. I like to go up in space and see what it looks like. I'm not going to claim them to be gods, though. I know that they're stars. Well, maybe now we're educated. We know that they're stars. We know that they're planets and suns and moons and just rocks, right?
Yeah.
We know that now. Did they know that then? I bet you they did.
They probably did. Why would this time be different than last time?
All right. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I bet you they did. They even said in here that the 5 planets that they knew of, plus the sun and the moon. So they know they're there. And they know that they go in like a continual thing. Like what did the Mayans have? All those pyramids that the Mayans helped and the Egyptians had were based on the stars.
Stars and the sun.
Yeah, they're like lined up perfectly.
Perfectly. Right?
And man, right now, can't figure out how they did that.
And then don't forget the sundial. The sundial was the first clock.
Yeah.
Based off the sun, the sun and the shadow of the moon.
So they knew what time of it. They knew what hours of the day it was. They didn't have like They didn't have like a Timex.
No, they didn't. No such thing.
All right, let's read it. We got a couple more scriptures here. Let's go to the book of Job. Job chapter 9. And we'll start at verse 2. Job chapter 9, verse 2. This is talking about the stars too. Job chapter 9, verse 2. I know it is so of a truth, but how should man be just with God? If he will contend with him, he cannot answer him one of 1,000. One of 1,000 questions is what it's saying here. He is wise in heart and mighty in strength. Who have hardened himself against him and have prospered? So you harden yourself against God, you're not going to prosper. Which removed the mountains, God removed the mountains, and they know not. Which overturneth them in his anger. So God is basically saying God can do whatever he wants to do, and there's nothing that no one else can really do about it. Let's skip down to verse 8. Which alone spreadeth out the heavens. God spreadeth out the heavens and treadeth upon the waves of the sea, which maketh Arcturus, Orion, and Pleiades, and the chamber of the south. I'm not sure what the chamber of the south is, but we talked about Orion. Orion's belt, like the stars up in the sky. Arcturus is another star constellation. Pleiades is too. You can look those up. Arcturus, Arcturus. That's Arcturus, Orion, Orion, and Pleiades. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Arcturus sound too much like Arctica.
Like Arctica and Arctic, the Arctic and Antarctica.
Right, exactly.
I'm not sure if that's what it is or not, but I know it's a constellation. Pleiades, that's also a constellation. Pleiades. So they're saying that God made these, not man. You're not supposed to. Man gave them some names. They had these names even back here. This is the book of Job. How long ago was that written?
Yeah.
And they're calling, this is interpreted from the Hebrew language, Arcturus, Orion, and Pleiades. The same thing that we call these constellations today. To tell you, man hasn't changed. This man has not changed. We got one more scripture for you. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 22. This always gets read too. We'll start at verse 12. Revelation 22, verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega. Who is this talking about? This is Jesus, right? This is Jesus talking. We got our read here. Right. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Now, going back to the commandments again, Jesus saying, blessed are you that do the commandments. Which commandments? The 10 commandments. Come on, you know it's the 10 commandments. That they may have a right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters. Idolaters. That's idol worship, the moon and the stars and all of that stuff. And whosoever loveth them maketh a lie. So close it out. The days of the week, just understand that they're named after these phony gods, and it's idolatry to worship him as such. So don't be fooled. I know nowadays a lot of people know that it's like based on Greek and Roman mythologies. Well, believe me, people are worshiping the sun and don't even know that. You know, people are worshiping the moon and may or may not.
The eclipse too.
Yeah, people are mystified by the eclipse. It's just a planet passing another planet or another source. You know, that's all it is. But everyone's all okay. Don't get me wrong. It might be cool. It looks cool. Don't put any meaning behind it. It's not. It's not a sign of the end of times. Nothing. Exactly.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine to watch it and be fascinated by it, but to worship it.
Right, and be like, oh, the earth is about to end. No, the book. If you read Matthew 24, it gives you signs of what's going to happen when earth is about to end. And it's not this earth totally ending. It's just ending as we know it. Earth never goes away, and there's scripture that says that too. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, the days of the week. We only got an hour to do this, and I think we're over. But there's plenty more stuff you can look up about this. And maybe next week we'll try to do the months of the year, the names of the months of the year. Those are all named after gods too. I think except for like starting with September, October, November, December. Actually, you know, September really means 7. September. October is 8. November is 9, and December, Des, is 10.
So on that note, we will be bringing you the months.
You know, I want to do, all right, maybe we'll bring the month. If I can think of something else, maybe we'll do another thing.
They want to hear the months. Don't you want to hear the months? I want to hear the months. I want to hear the months.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
See you next week. We're going to talk about the month.